Oh. Hello. Morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well this Sunday. This Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Oh my god. Fucking daylight savings actually like messing up my circadian rhythm a bit. Just a bit. Not too much, not too much. Just only un slightly, but it's fine. Oh god. But yeah. Actually, you know what? There's one good thing about daylight savings. I can technically delay shit like a bit and shit like and stuff like that a bit an hour later than I can usually. That's like the only one good thing, which I know sounds extremely sad, right? But what can you do about it? Yeah. So today's gonna be like an earlier stream, right? I did say that we'll probably have an early stream today. And I don't think it's gonna be too long, right? Obviously, we're gonna finish the 2.7 story for ZZZ, but today I don't think will be too long. Tomorrow will be a normal time stream, give or take more normal time. I might be, let's say, like a slightly late tomorrow, but it should be more or less a normal time stream. It shouldn't be too. It won't be early. I'll like tell you the day before if it's the following day's gonna be normal, if it's gonna be late, right? So don't worry about that. But yeah. Oh god. So I don't think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's been no news or anything like that, right? Since yesterday. Since I'm pretty sure I haven't seen anything. Also, I literally noticed that apparently, I really didn't. How do I say it? That I really haven't touched TFT in I guess like a month or two, right? I mean, I guess it's expected, right? After playing a certain amount of games per patch, or like after reaching a certain amount, it's like, my drive of continuing to play the current TFT set is like more or less dies, right? It's like, I think it's not. I want to say it's not a natural thing, right? What do I need for this one? Refinement, this one. Okay, but yeah, it's like. I don't know, it's just something that I came to realization earlier today, right? Because like I was thinking something. I can't remember what exactly, but I just realized, oh shit, I haven't actually touched TFT in like some time, have I? But yeah, but I think apart from that, um, I've also, I guess I've been reading more of Kingdom, right? Because I did say that I've been reading Kingdom, right? That I started reading Kingdom because it is enjoyable. Kingdom do be quite enjoyable. I think last time I talked about Kingdom, I was 60 chapters in or something. I'm now 150. I think it's 150. I could be wrong about the number, but it's somewhere along that number. It's actually a pretty decent read. I can see why it like has so many chapters. By the way, I feel like this story is actually not too bad. The main protagonist is not that annoying because I kind of thought that the main protagonist might be, kind of annoying, right? But actually, not really. Like you've seen the growth. Okay, I'm 174 chapters in now. Yeah, which is, uh, I don't know. I guess I am. It's just weird because technically, in 174 chapters, uh, I want to say it's been two major arcs. Which actually, now that I think about it, no, that sounds about right. 174 chapters to like have gone through two major arcs. Because there was the Royal Capital, which was the first arc, and I guess the first fight. I guess no. Technically, it's three arcs. if you include the first battle and then the first battle against Zhao, it's technically 2 arcs, but it's pretty good. Been enjoying myself with it. I'm not gonna really say too much about it in case someone wants to read it, right? But so I could, because I could technically talk about spoilers of what's happened so far. So all I'll say is it's interesting, interesting. Obviously, there's some story beats which you can kind of see, but it's interesting. I like the, let's say, like Warring States time period. I'm a sucker for that kind of like setting, right? I mean, you can literally blame you can literally blame Dynasty Warriors for that, by the way. I yeah, I just like played so much Dynasty Warriors when I was younger. I even technically still do, right? Whenever there's a new one, because that should do be fun. That should do kind of be kind of interesting. Also, the time period is like also kind of interesting too. Obviously, you don't take the freaking romance of the three kingdoms per word, right? Because not all of everything that's in that is, let's say, accurate. Also, like the issue with the romance of the three kingdoms is that it is a lot of Liu Bei glaze, right? Which you can kind of see why, but at the same time, it does glaze him a lot. Even though uh, Shu could have had a better future if Liu Bei, after Guan Yu's death and Zhang Fei's death, didn't, let's say, lose sight of his mission, right? But I mean, it's technically understandable, like why Liu Bei did go off course, since both Zhang Fei and Guan Yu were his own brothers, right? And they were literally killed by, well, Guan Yu was killed by a coalition between Wei and Wu at Fan Castle, and what you call it? Zhang Fei was kind of killed by after he was betrayed by his own soldiers, right? In a tent, if I recall, because if I recall, he was like killed in his tent. So yeah, you can kind of. It's an interesting thing. I would always recommend, let's say, maybe like reading up on the Romans of the Three Kingdoms, right? Or you could also just play the Dynasty Warriors games, right? Because they give you kind of like a good overview, right? Yeah, they do give you kind of like a good overview. Since I'm pretty sure the Romans of the Three Kingdoms goes from the start of the Yellow Turbans Rebellion and the Way of the Heaven movement to technically it goes up to the fall of Shu, kinda. But depending on, let's say, if you play, I think from Dynasty Warriors 7 onwards, it's like starts to reach after that, right? Which is when Jin gets introduced, which is I guess, a force that kind of develops off from Wei, right? After specifically the Wuzhang Plains, after Zhuge Liang's death, right? At the Wuzhang Plains. Yeah, I mean, I will say I've like played those games a lot. God, I wish I still had my original Xbox 360, as that's where I played like Dynasty Wars. I think four, no, definitely five, six, and seven, like a lot, like actually a lot, and they were like fun. They were quite fun. Obviously, the issue, let's say, with those ones are that they kind of the way the stories are set up for some of it is that let's say take Dynasty Wars 5 for example. You play character campaigns, right? So let's say you're playing Liu Bei's campaign. You're gonna play fights or do a story where kind of like it ends up with Liu Bei on top, right? So it's kind of like fantasized, right? It's only I want to say Dynasty Warriors 7 onwards was more like kingdom campaigns where it shows you actually what happened, or more or less what happened. But I think from 8 onwards, well, 8 definitely had it. in Extreme Legends, it has like a what if, right? Where you do certain in certain battles, there's like secret objectives where if you complete these objectives, a certain event can be prevented, right? For example, let me think. For example, for in one of the secret way, one of the way missions, it's not Fun Castle. I think it's one castle. I think, but it's the one where the Anway originally dies in. Right, if you do complete specific objectives in that battle, you can make it so that the Anway doesn't die in that fight. Right, which then changes the, which then has I guess a snowball effect in how the Battle of Chibi uh, changes, right? Because the reason why Wei never managed to, let's say, basically end up winning in the end and uniting all of China was because of the failure of Chibi, right? Of Red Cliffs, which, you know, if Wei actually didn't lose that fight, they probably would have won the Warring States, right? They would have unified China. But Zhuge Liang and his bloody winds and the burning of the ships kind of like mess things up. Okay. Okay. Well, so why the hell am I talking about Dynasty Warriors? I mean, either way, it's a fun thing to see. I mean, there's also technically the Dynasty Warriors or the Romans of the Three Kingdoms show, which is I think from the 90s or the early 2000s. Three Kingdoms TV series. It's a Chinese TV series from like, is it earlier than? Wait, hold on. One was 90s. Yeah. It's like yeah, it kind of like goes on the Romans of the Three Kingdoms, right? I've seen a bit of it, like a few episodes. It's not bad. It's actually not that bad. It has like some entertaining bits. But obviously, like if you know some stuff about Romans of the Three Kingdoms, obviously it makes it easier to watch because you understand a lot more things, right? But yeah, Jesus Christ, what am I talking about? Like Realms of the Three Kingdoms. Huh. Okay. So let me think. I guess since it's not going to be also be too long of a stream today either, chance, because I have some things to do in the evening. Let me think. In terms of news, oh, there is one thing actually. Hold up. Now that I think about it, there is one thing that kind of got announced. Where is it? Where is the? I think they posted it. Did they post it? Ah, yes, they did. Well, they kind of. I want to say drip marketed really early, which is kind of weird because they usually don't do this. But they kind of drip marketed the Valkyrie battlesuit for 8.9 when 8.8 hasn't released yet in China, because 8.8 releases next week in China, right? Yeah, so they kind of like, because here it says like May. So come next month is when the next Valkyrie will be drip mark. I guess will be shown. That being said, we kind of know who it is, right? You can't not recognize this bob cut hair, right? Obviously, it's a new Celia, right? Which is gonna be, ooh. I mean, we've kind of seen her in CGs, right? So I'm wondering how if her playable, let's say, design is gonna be the same as CGs, or they're gonna alter it a bit, right? But okay, that is that is kind of we'll see, right? But yeah, it's weird that the drip markets are so early because usually when the drip markets are character for like the next patch, It's more or less like halfway through the patch, right? So let's say a usual 6 month long, a 6 week long patch. They'll usually job market the following character 3 weeks into it, nearly 4 weeks into the patch, right? But this time they literally job marketed up before, so it's kind of like taking the stance of kind of like HSR and ZZZ, right? Well, I guess technically HSR more, right? Because HSR is the one which job markets the characters, um, like before the previous patch starts, if that makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure they job marketed Venencia and Silverwolf before 3.0 or 4.1 even started, right? Where was the Yeah, this is the highlights page. So this is when 4.1 started, and Silverwolf was and Venencia were literally job marketed just after the 4.1 special program, right? So yeah, it's interesting. So it seems like they took the HSR approach in that sense, which I guess it technically doesn't matter, right? It doesn't really matter in the end. It's just an oddity that I noticed, right? Okay, okay. Let me see. I think apart from that, there's no real other updates, right? I haven't really been doing anything too interesting. Um, I guess apart from driving, nothing else. Well, nothing else that can feel like stands out. Oh, actually, no, there is kind of one thing. I'm pretty sure, like mentioned some time ago, right? That for some reason my YouTube Shorts was like filled with for some reason different shows, clips of like different shows that I had never watched, right? I think I said this like a few months ago, right? And I think like a week or two ago, right? I like got curious and ended up starting watching one of them. I've been watching The Rookie, right? It's like a cop show, right? Um, I don't know why I started watching it. I mean, I guess I got like curious from the all the different freaking clips of it that I've seen. Right, I think I'm on season 5 out of 8 seasons. And every episode's like 40 minutes long, which is I mean it's been fine, right? I've been enjoying it, right, while doing something else at the same time, right? So it's like fine. It's just I have an issue. Once I start something, I don't really want to stop, and I don't really want to start something else while I'm doing it, right? And the issue I have is that I also recently bought during the spring summer sale. I bought God of War, the new God of War 1 and Ragnarok, right, and also Cyberpunk. And I've also been wanting to play those, but I don't really want to start those while I'm watching The Rookie, right? I'm 5 seasons. I'm in season 5 now, so technically, like a week or two, maybe I should be able to do, let's say, catch up, and then I'll be able to start it, right? But uh I mean, it's fine. But I mean, regardless, I think this week we will be able to start Resident Evil 9 Requiem chat though. We should be able to start Resident Evil 9. And yeah, because after we finish CZ, which we'll finish today, we'll do HSR. Maybe we just rip off the wound and do start HSR tomorrow so we can finish it on Tuesday. Because I did hear that HSR, the new update, is like slightly long. So that then on Wednesday, we'd have caught up with everything because we already did Impact Third and Genshin is until the week after. But I'm pretty sure Genshin is mainly the Linnea character quest and I guess the world quest in the new area, which we'll do, but we don't have to rush that, right? So yeah, we can more or less focus on Resident Evil Requiem this week after probably on starting Wednesday, right? And hopefully finish it by Sunday. And some of those streams will be like a bit longer, and may also start earlier. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of like the schedule. Yeah, that's the schedule, I guess. Okay. Okay. Hold on, let me. And I guess we should just start the 1.2.7 story. Yeah, let's just start the 2.7 story actually. Wait, do we need to do anything in Enfield? Not really. It's just Rosie that's coming out tomorrow, right? I guess it's Rosie, and I guess it's Rosie's character story. It's fine. But I guess we'll do the character stories we'll do these character stories. Don't worry. We'll do them at some point. We'll actually do them, and I won't leave them like I've done with Woo story character stories, because yeah. Okay. Let me think. Yeah, I can't think of any preamble, any other preamble on the top of my head right now. Let me think. Let me think. Chat. Oh my god, something escaped from my head just now. No, I can't remember. All right, I guess let's see. I guess let's try and go over what happened yesterday in 2.7, in when with CC's story, and I guess yeah, I mean it's mainly CC, right, for now. But it hasn't just been what I've kind of liked so far is while Cecilia is like, let's say, the new character, it hasn't just been solely focused on her, right? It's been focused on kind of like everything, right? And what's really nice is it's pretty much a good focus on Fathian, right? On Bell, right? Because the main reason why we've been doing this is because of Fathian. Because it's of the ice, right? And the Porcelaroy um Porcelaroy metal, which seems to subdue the effects of, I guess, ether overdrive is what I'm calling it, right? That we seem to have, well, that we seem to be afflicted by, right? Which the only reason we know that Porcelaroy does this is because of the uh, small bamboo keychain that Dania and Vilara, Vilra, whatever her name was, the big tittied elf girl, showed us yesterday, right? And the only way to get another sample of this is to win the Halo Championship, where one of the grand prizes is a Wenjin made fully of a Porcelaroy, right? And so we just have to win the competition. But it looks like we've met some interesting characters, that mainly being Ramiel, which is like, whoo, Ramiel is, yeah. I mean, she's obviously probably going to be released next patch, but who knows when? They might do what they did with Yishuan, right? Where they release in 3.0. You know how Yishuan was released in 3.0. But we'll see. We'll see. And I guess the thing is that, well, I guess we teamed up with Cicia because Nicole can't come in, and so Cicia's kind of like substituting. And yeah, I guess it's mainly that we've are in the competition, but some people seem to be running in the background, right? Because Roel, I think is the guy's name, right? The Therian that went around killing some participants, right? Because he was working with one of the top groups that sponsors the competition. Because apparently that person wanted to call some of the contestants, right? But Roel kind of took a too much of a violent approach, right? And so Roel kind of like noticed that, oh, they want to take him out, right? So he's gonna do something. What is he gonna do? We don't know. Probably gonna lash out, but we'll see. As for Ramio, all we know is that she also seems to be interested in the Porcelaroy Wenjin. But apart from that, we don't really know too much about her. I guess we know that she's a slight gamer, but apart from that, not really. And that she's hot. But yeah, apart from that, we don't really know too much about her. Let me think. No, and I guess the main thing was one of the other main things was that we learned about Cecia, right? About Cecia and her character, of how she's originally from from the Outer Ring, similar to like how the other sons of Cullen's are, right? But what Cecia saw was that she was more like a, I guess like a scavenging orphan, right? Where she just changed from location to location, right, and encountered the sweepers, which were a force of the old Caledon, who basically were a cleanup crew, let's say, and they were They were tasked with by Caledon to remove any unnecessary personnel, let's say, right? And Roel, the Tharian, working with the Tops was one of them, but also Promia, right? And Cecia managed to survive by running away from everything, right? That's why Cecia has a very much survivalist, let's say, personality, right? But she's fun, she's cute. I like Cecia. Gameplay wise, it's okay. I do like how some of her animation works, but I need to play her a bit more to see if I really do like playing her or not. Right. And overall, it's not too bad. And I guess in terms of like, let's say the competition wise, because Rawa went around killing a lot of contestants, it got kind of delayed, and now we're gonna like continue on to part two of the tournament, right? Oh, and I guess by us being a proxy in this, we're using the HDD and I and the lens things, which obviously is putting a strain on us, right? And I think if I remember, Belle saw a vision of Belle saw a vision, or kind of like a memory, where her hands were golden, and something about we must take the sun, but Icarus already has the sun. Fathian Icarus already has the sun, which doesn't really tell us much, but yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like a not straightforward theory of what happened yesterday. If you have any questions, like I always say, feel free to ask. I should be able to answer most of them. But yeah, if not, give me like a minute and then we'll start the story. I'll continue the story, right? Be back, chat. Okay. Let's see. Okay, what do we have to go to continue? Alright, we have to go to the store to talk to CCR. Right. Volume should be fine, I think. Yeah, sounds fine. Okay, let's continue. Oh, I've also noticed this. Usually, when there's like two upgrade characters on a patch, both characters usually end up being in the story. So far, Nangong has not been in the story at all. right? Sh- I'm assuming she's probably gonna be relegated to just the event story, right? Because technically, it makes no sense for Nangon to be, let's say, involved in any of this, right? Because she's just part of the Angels of Delusion. She doesn't really, let's say, her involvement, I want to say, in the overarching story doesn't really go further than just like a sub story. Not sub, but sub story, right? I don't think the Angel of Delusions will be majorly involved in the future. Maybe for like some side stuff, right? I guess you could say maybe not because of what happened with Yokai, but no, I think that they might not be in comparison, let's say, like the other ones, right? Like Bellabok, Industries, Cunninghurst, Neps, Hands, freaking Yankee Summit, right? Hmm. Oh, and Victoria Housekeeping. I think that's all of them. Oh, and the Sons of Caledon, but we'll see. Okay, so let's see. So the city, please. I will give her breakfast. Okay. A whole bunch latched on. Okay. She just wants to raid the fridge. She really is a snake, isn't she? Huh. Wait, is she talking about the cat foods? Alright, she eats like pet food, doesn't she? Because in the cinema event from last patch, she said that she ate some dog food, right? And like the different taste to it. Right. Severian. I'm assuming he'll become more prevalent next. No, not next patch, but in the future, right? Because I don't think they'll not make him playable. Nope. Hello, Commissioner Severian. You really do have eyes everywhere. Oh, an actual compliment. Odds of survival. Those faded ethereals, what exactly is the deal with them? They all have a feather on them, right? Could it be Ramio's feathers? Hmm. So they've kind of become like vegetables, right? Hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Ramio who's the one that's causing this, right? Internal call. What? They got stolen? Oh, it's probably Raoul, right? That sleepwalker. Okay. Turn the TV on for the recording. Amid the burst of harsh static, the television screen flickers to life. Okay, so it is him. Romeo, right. Romeo, not Raoul. God, his voice is like so quiet though. Do you? Oh, his employers. Or rather, ex-employee, but yeah. Employer, rather. That's where the recording of the deranged fugitive ends. Starting at the now dark TV screen, in shock, you return to your conversation with Severian. He do be just killing left and right, isn't he? I don't think we've really met anyone who's been as murder hobo as he has, right? I guess you can say Sarah, maybe. Sarah killed quite a few people. Oh no, they're Postelori Wenjin. No, we're not gonna leave her. May I join the operation to assist Cecilia? That'll be fine. It's enough. Not enough time. That might be already be too late. Yep. No, she's not up for this.
目的をずらしちゃダメだかんな。また掃除屋みたいな激ヤバ案件に出くわしたら
わかった。そこまで言ってくれるなら僕も参戦しよう。
I'm assuming we're probably gonna run into everyone.
すぐにビリーと連絡を取ろう。カリドーンの子のメンバーも最近は街にいるはずだ。
じゃ、晴れて出発ってことで。
Okay, just so we're clear, I'm not that strong, okay? If we run into some seriously tough enemy, might not be able to protect you, so we gotta be ready to bail at any moment. Just let me know when you're ready, and if you're gonna bail, let me know too. Sure, let's head out. Oh, we can use other characters with CCR. Oh. What? When another character is a stun character, increases all squad members' critical damage by 40%. Okay, so something like this? Yeah, sure. Romeo picked the same hollow that was supposed to be used for the competition to toss his prizes. Is there some significance behind this? You won't get anywhere with just by sitting around thinking. Search the hollow for the prizes and any traces of Romeo. Wherever he's scheming, you get to the bottom of it if you keep digging. Okay. Sounds like a lot.
商品の近くには選手が集まってるはずだよ。人が多いでしょうか。まずはこの辺りを見よ。
Okay, a lot of fishes. Oh, Billy. No, but you know, we have to make you. I'm okay, long story though. Anyway, can you lend me a hand?
こんなに早く戻ってきちゃうのは予想外だったけれど、体には気をつけるね。時間がないせいで詳しく説明できなくてごめん。みんな力を貸してくれる？もちろんだぜ。店長にはあの温度機が必要だったんだろ。なら俺様が取り戻しに行かない理由なんてね。ここに集まった奴らだって当然同じ気持ちだ。パイセンがいると喋る必要がなくて楽っすね。
Silent bodyguard, okay.
俺は寡黙なボディーガードに徹するさ。この大会でカリュドーンの子を天下に知らしめるつもりでしたのに、とんだ厄介事が起きてしまったようですわね。こうなってしまった以上、とことん暴れてやりますわよ。市内に来ていなかったシーザーたちは今頃郊外からこちらへ急いでいるはずでしたよ。
Heading from the outer ring. Okay, so we have reinforcements on the way.
それはそうと、もうその辺に商品が転がってんな。ついでになんか倒れてるのもいるけど。いや、俺らが裂け目を抜けた時にはもう床で伸びてやがった。ご丁寧に手足の関節まで外されてな。
Romeo, right? Yes, Romeo.
こいつらのお顔をよーくご覧遊ばせ。ファントム、ヘッジホップ、ガーデナー。マジ？じゃあこいつら全員ショッピーって言えば新鮮で2回目の
Okay.
治安局に衣食住全部任せて、あの大魔王を顎で使えちゃうかもしんないの？激アツなんですけど。
She is, okay. She's delusional, but at least she's hopeful.
時間ですわよ、あなたたち。どう見ても正規の選手には思えませんけれど。
黙れカモスめ、首をへし折るぞ。
Ghost blades.
無敗のチャン
Okay.
ピオンの拳は目覚めに効くんですの。
待ってくれ。何でも話す。
The Black Wolf. Okay, it's just Romeo.
約束しろ。こいつは全部ブラックウルフの仕切りなんだ。ヤツとは以前にもでかい山を踏んでたんだ。急に連絡があってな。人稼ぎさせてやるから、ここで騒ぎを起こせと言われてよ。他の連中がフォローに殺到するのに乗じて、俺たちも紛れ込んだ。だが、商品の横で待ち伏せてたら、わけのわからんやべえやつに襲われたんだ。何が起きてたわからんうちに、手足が言うことを聞かなくなっちまった。
The best person who shows only she popped everyone. Yes, Romeo. Oh, never mind. It's Romeo. Romeo did this. Pinkhead Girl. Romeo did this.
いろいろだけど、大会絡みとなると、この間のラミルが真っ先に思い浮かぶね。あなたは黙っててよろしくてよ。そこのまだ人の言葉が喋れるあなた。
どこへ行ったのか知らんが、散らばった商品の中から
Oh, she really took something. A little box. Check through the price pile.
小さな箱。ピンク髪が私の思ってる人なら。
After rummaging around, you finally find the aforementioned box. The box is empty, but judging from the inside, it's definitely contained a Wenjin. This is definitely the box for the Porcelaroy and Wenjin, but it's empty now.
やっぱり温動機がこの箱に入ってたってことは確定っぽいね。けど何？そのピンク髪が持ってったんじゃないってこと？商品はお尋ね者たちが見張ってたのに。そんなのロームル当人に決まってますわね。かつての大会会場は今やあの男がルールを書き換えてまで実現したかった混沌のるつぼそのものですけれど。
やっこさん、犯行予告じゃ随分浮き足立ってたぞ。ケツをまくって逃げるのに
But why take the Wenjin?
混沌を楽しむ余裕はないんじゃ。
I think only Romeo and us were interested in it, right?
頭を働かせなさい、ライト。逃げを打たなきゃいけないようなやつがわざわざ商品の山を抱え込んだのはどうしてだと？
I mean, he's trying to bait someone.
他にもっといい方法があるはず。
It's like he's hiding Leaf in the forest.
森がないなら作ればいいってやつ？その理屈だと商品の山は商品を隠すためのものってことだ。
小難しい問答はともかく、問題はあいつがその温動機で何をするかってことだろ。まあいい方に考えりゃ商品の山を片っ端からひっくり返していく必要はなくな。
Cicia, can you find him?
シシア、あんたの力であいつを追えない？当然できるに決まってんじゃん。いたっしょ。マジ君の出番とかないから。じゃあ温動機の箱貸して。ロームルが温動機を持ってったんなら当然それにも触ったっしょ。見せてあげようじゃない。ヘビのシリオンの力。
Oh, there's two. I guess one's Romeo and one's Romeo.
なんで痕跡が枝分かれしてんですけど。ロームル
Yeah, there should be Romeo and Romeo.
無駄ですわ。お忘れになって。ピンク髪だってその箱に触れてるんですもの。
するってと、片方はこの隠れた裂け目に入って。
そんなのわかんないって。
Not a doggy. Mm-hmm.
なら二手に分かれるとするか。そうすりゃ少なくともどっちかはロームルの野郎に出くわすだろう。
だな、俺とライト、それにルーシーは裂け目の方に行こうぜ。店長、ヘビの姉ちゃんとこのまま進んでくれねえか。
I think the fish is bait, right? Why split up like this?
けどなんでそういう分け方になったの？
俺様の見立てじゃ、裂け目の向こう側は
Hmm.
結構なエーテル活性だ。
I'm pretty sure it's bait.
ええ、こっちが道に迷いそうな時は通信で助けを求めますわ。
Then please stay safe out there.
分かった。じゃあくれぐれも気をつけてね。
おそんじゃ行動開始だ。
Stop saying that that's criminal.
大丈夫だぜヘビの姉ちゃん。あのお尋ね者どもはもう逃げられやしねえ。
わかってるし。てかこいつらを逮捕するのは捜査官たるアーシであって、お手柄も自動的にアーシのもんだから。ピンク髪とかマジ
Let
NG
me
な
get
の
the.
で。
Okay. Then Billy, Lucy, and Lighter leave.
ビリーたちガイドなしで大丈夫かな。
Hmm.
大丈夫っしょ。むしろアーシュラがロームルと出くわした時の心配した方がいいかも。
And that's exactly what's gonna happen.
正面からやり合う気ないから、あっても隠れる。んで助けを呼ぶ。オッケー。その辺は任せるよ。ここまだまだやる気十分って感じの参加者多いし。これくらいは余裕かな。おとなしく捕まっときなよ。
Into the portal, and where do we get sent to? Oh, portals into portals.
行こう。通ったらもう一回ビリーたちに連絡してみるよ。
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was that one.
隊長、そっちは大丈夫か。
It's empty. Am I like moving too fast? Maybe. Okay. Oh, I was gonna think, can we like skip the fight? Okay, we can't. Okay. Hmm? Are there more prizes, or who are they ganging up on? Wait, why do you look so tense?
どうしたの？私たちが追ってる痕跡はあっちの裂け目に続いてるんでしょ？違くて、あそこの見るからにヤバそうな3人が見えないわけ。
You could take them down, right?
見るからに仇じゃないね。完全に安全なルート。
Yeah, I mean they're just mobs, so it should be fine.
でも当てにしていいんでしょ？はあ？3人に勝てるわけないっしょ。あーしは1人なんだよ。割に合わなすぎ。バカ言ってないで遠回りしよう。ほら言って言った。
Yeah, that's when Severian. Cool. Cut the call.
バカ早く切ってってば。無理無理無理。あーしのこの通信機。
Can't hug up on him.
こっちからは絶対切れないし、しばらくしたら勝手に
The modified.
シーシア捜査官、報告がないようだが、現在こちらはフォローに入り、直接現場で指揮を執っている。
ですね、観察。
さっきから声がするな。いたぞ、女が2人。どっちも見ねえ顔だな。
足これから戦います。はい。
死にたがりが2人増えたぜ。ちょうど暴れたい。
Severed finger Scarface. Judicator.
交戦対象は3名か。指名手配されている者もいるようだが、本来の任務からは逸脱するとはいえ、新エリートの脅威を取り除くことは
She's gonna get a bonus.
だが、君が進んでこの責務を遂行するとはな。評価を改める必要がありそうだ。
Why does he sound proud?
任務を忘れるな。
観察官切らないで。応援を送ってくださいよ。プロキシ君、今までマジありがとね。
She really underestimates herself, huh?
最後まで守ってあげたかったな。
I have a plan. Play along.
あいつらのこと指名手配って言ってた？あんたたちブラックウルフが集めた犯罪者だね。私たち治安局の方から来たの。他のメンバーは全員無力化したよ。さもないとこちらのシーシア治安官があんたたちを床のシミにするから。そうそう、マジこすっても取れない汚れに。足が
女がか生っ白い蛇のシリオンじゃねえか。
Unless the criminals you just ran
それ
into.
はファントムのこと？それともヘッジホッグ？あ、ガーデナーとかいうのもいたっけ？もっと上げた方がいい？
バカ言え。はったりに決まってら。あ
Hmm.
いつらは俺らよりも手に負えねえ凶悪犯罪者だぞ。
Show the photo Cecilia took.
そっか。あんまセンシティブなやつは見せたくなかったけど。
I guess her taking the picture
あんた
it
たちには女王
was actually quite
の
useful.
定義ってやつが足りないね。さあ、このグロ画像が目に入らぬか。
死んでる。
Boom! A thunderous crash echoes nearby, startling everyone. This kind of sounds like Piper's still tusk. Oh, Piper's here.
今のとんでもねえ音は。エテリアスか？それとも地震か？
Make up something wild.
あんたたち最後
Gungan is spear. Okay.
あれはシーシア様の専用
Gungan is sure.
グニルの槍が解放された音だよ。
Leyline explosion. What is it?
おしまいってわけ。
勘弁してくれジアンカン様。せめて手足が動くうちに豚箱に入りてえ。俺も自首するぞジアンカン様。あのイカれた3人が見るも無残だ。
I guess laughing helps sometimes.
はい、手錠は自分でかけちゃって。それと、あーしのことはシーシア様って呼ぶこと。
ヘイシーシア様。
その調子。じゃあ次。
偉大なるジアンカンシーシア様。
完全懲悪をなし、新エリートの平和を守る偉
It's
大
like now she's pushing it.
完全懲悪をなし新エリートの平和を守る偉大なるジアンカンシーシア様。
The chant comes from all around, the injured contestants staring at Cecilia with hero worship in their eyes.
いいんジアンカン。これマジ最高すぎるっしょ。ジアンカンって呼ばれるのこんなに気持ちよかったんだ。
ふざけやがって。てめえら犯罪者として
Oh
プライ
boy.
ドってもんはねえのか。グニルってなんだよちくしょう。
まだ足に逆らうんだ。いいよ。
Okay.
やる。
Let's fight the mob.
見た目ほどいい子ちゃんじゃないんだ。プロ棋士としてやってきたんだもん。奥の手の一つや二つはね。はいから怪我人たちがあしらを見るね。崇拝って感じ。
Okay, proxy the traces of the box on the are pointing towards the fissure. We gotta go through to keep track of if we want to track where it went. Before pushing on, let's give Billy a call. You contact Billy again through the communicator and throw him into the situation. The chaotic sounds of battle blare from his end is clearly total mess over there too. So you're heading towards the fissure manager, no problem. We'll reconnect once you're through. CCR, keep the manager safe. Okay. Of course, well, things are pretty safe on our end, but why is it so loud on your side? Trust Billy and let's get through. So who are we gonna encounter on the other side? Okay, we're in an outer ring area. All good here. What about you guys?
順調だよ。ビリー、そっちはどう？
敵がうじゃうじゃいる以外は順調だな。ルートもシンプルなもんだ。おっとライト、背中がお留守だぜって。
あっちは心配いらなそうじゃん。ほら行こう。あの裂け目から出られんでしょ。
Okay. Oh, there's more feathers.
あっちと比べると確かにこっちは楽勝だよね。
Why is she jinxing it?
エーテル活性が低いし、エーテリアスも少ない。てか人の気配なくない？確かにちょっと変だね。
Hmm.
片付いたっと。エーテルの痕跡はあれ？見て見てプロキシ君。この辺エーテル活性がずっと しなしな
So I wonder what it is. Did it get sucked,
やっぱエンデリ
or
アスがモノクロになってんじゃん。
is it like the ether energy just being blocked? The faded traces along our tracking routes, were they led to by Romeo or Ramio?
シーシアの辿ってる痕跡がラミルとロームルどっちのかわかんないとはいえ、まあそんな感じ。どうやって絞り込んだらいいかは相変わらずピンとこないけど、
Can't promise anything, just give me a little more time.
私だってこんなのを見るのは初めてだし、ちょっと時間をくれる？
It's a feather that's on them.
オッケー。けどあんまし長いできないかんね。こうしてる間にもロームルはマジダッシュしてるかもだし。てかさ、アステバ今日はつきまくりじゃない？お尋ね者を一網打尽にして上司にも褒められちゃって、パンピーのみんなは足をチヤホヤしてくれるし、しかもずっと追いかけてたモノクロ事件にも巧妙が差しまくってるわけじゃんね。やっと上司にまともな
She
報
has
告ができるんですけど、
a wild imagination, doesn't she?
上司になっちゃうんじゃない？
Happy for you.
確かに
Well, she's an optimist, if anything.
私たち本当は別々の目的だったはずなのに。もうそんな真面目に返事してくんなくていいって。そう考えるとプロ騎士くんにもちょっとは感謝しなきゃって思うわけ。最初は何にでも首を突っ込むからマジ危けど、それはそれとして、あし監察官のために働いてて意義なんてこれっぽっちも感じたことないわけ。あの人はアーシの追跡能力が必要で、アーシは生活を保障してほしいっていう超ビジネスな関係っしょ。
But you pull rank every chance you get, though.
何かあるたんびにあーしってばマジ治安局の人間だしとか。だから君はアーシじゃなくてエーテリアスの相手してあげて。とにかくアーシが言いたいのは君がはったりかましてくれたおかげで治安官のアーシに悪党がビビったりパンピーがお礼を言ってくれたりしたっしょ。初めてだったからそういうの。この町にはアーシよりも雑魚な人がたくさんいて、だからマジありがとね、プロ騎士くん。
You make a good public sec officer.
きっと本当にみんなから慕われる治安官さんになれるよ。今日じゃないけどね。きっと最後で台無しじゃん。なんや、それで何か分かった感じ？
Hmm?
なんか
Oh, she sits on her tail.
待ってね。シーシア、もう一回セベリアンさんに。シーシオ？
Oh, Premiere. Ooh. Oh, it's her. Is she freezing them? No. Ooh. Hey. Okay. Oh shit, she just caught them. Hey. Oh.
終わりだ。
Oh, okay.
確かに警告したはず。
Okay, so okay, so I guess she took off the handcuffs, right?
進んで巻き込まれに来たのだから文句は言わない。待って。
Cece trembles as she struggles to stand, staggering to stand in front of Premiere.
アシラ、どうしても手に入れなきゃいけないもんがあんの。邪魔すんなし。
Cece, stop.
シシ
Yeah, everything was like too smooth, wasn't it?
すぐ調子に乗ってさ。でもプロキシ君に手出したらマジ許さないかんね。出すわけがない。そういう命令だから。だがお前の運命はお前が手を引くかどうか次第だ。
So she's seeing. Well, I guess it makes sense that she's seeing orders. What does Krampus really want?
プロメイヤーだったよね。あんたのいや黒枝の狙いは何なの？あの男など眼中にもない。
Ramio?
この色あせたエーテリアス。
Okay, so it is Ramio that's her target. You and Public Psycho are investigating the same thing?
色あせたエーテリアスをならどうして私たちを攻撃してきたわけ？トップスのことは黒枝が処理する。他者の介入など必要なく、許容もしない。それが治安局であれ。我々を差し置いて枝を倒ることは許されない。
These faded ethereals are connected to tops.
この大会がトップスの公演を得ていることは周知の事実だよね。
So they're connected to the tops, huh?
教えられることはない。どうする？まだ勝ち負け決まってないのに。
Premiere raises her weapon and Cecil takes the battle stance in response. That's when an incoming transmission interrupts Premiere. She glances down at her phone.
命令が変わった。もう邪魔はしない。お前たちに枝が伸びることは当面ない。今しがたの無礼は詫びておく。プロメイヤー。話は終わりだ、シーシア。先ほどの短歌は悪くなかった。
Premiere takes a sample of the feather on the ethereals before she turns and leaves. How about it? Are you hurt?
命令って何だったんだろう。よくわかんないけど命拾いしたね。なんともないけどさっきのは怪我しただけだし。
Okay.
万
Okay, that sounds like her.
してくれたらなーとか思ってたらマジ万に一つの隙もなかったからね。さあ、あしらも行こう。ロームルはほっといちゃいけないんだしね。それにあいつの気が変わって引き返してきたら今度こそ蛇刺しにされちゃう。モノクロエーテリアスはまあ後でもいいっしょ。なんなら観察官直々に調べに来てもらえばいいし。
Everything except for the last part I agree with. I'll contact Billy.
聞かなかったことにしとくね。出発する前にビリーに連絡入れとこう。
おー、店長。やっと連絡ついたぜ。
We're okay.
ごめんね。こっちもなかなか大変で。けどもう大丈夫だから。
それがさっきまでずーっとエーテリアスをしばいてただけだ。とはいえこのルートは脇道もほとんどねえから楽だったぜ。
プロキシ君、この辺漂ってるエーテルの痕跡だけど。
It's a fissure. Okay. Then let's go. Let's each go through.
それじゃあビリー、お互い目の前の裂け目を通り抜けよう。いい？裂け目を抜けたらまずはルートの確認。異常があったらすぐに引き返して。
了解。全速力で前進。
Okay. I guess we're here then. Oh, we got up. On slash met up. The two routes lead to the same place. Such a pain not being able to use my eyes.
わざわざ二手に分かれたのに結局一つになっちゃうの？
ま、合流する手間が省けたろう。
That's true.
固まって動けるならそれに越したこともない。
ええ、ブラックウルフとピンクガミがどちらもこの辺りにいるということでもありますもの。そこら中ひっくり返して探し出してやりますわ。
Okay.
やば。あ、明日はプロキシ君を守るために頑張りすぎちゃったかも。
心配すんなって。どの道頭数ならこっちが有利なんだ。
やれーじゃなくて。
Okay.
マジありがとねビリー。今の足じゃ足手まと エーテルの痕跡は
Okay, let's see.
おかしいな。さっきみたいに痕跡が2つあるのが普通
There's
なの
only
に
one trail.
1個しかないじゃん。
They're working together?
ルートが消えた。本物のブラックウルフにたどり着けるよう祈るしかありませんわね。
時計がねと思ったお出ましか。
Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. The knock, maybe?
うっとうしい小バイどもが来た。おお、この俺を追ってこれるとは驚きだぜ。
Enough talk, surrender now and hand over the engine.
オタクなら結構だよ。その喉は取り調べのために取っといたら。
その温動機とやらは
Romeo pulls out the porcelain engine.
こんなちっぽけなおもちゃのためにわざわざご苦労なこと。
いいからとっととよこせっつってんの。
やめとけお嬢さん。あの野郎にこっちの事情を教えてやる義理なんざ。
人をイライラさせるのがうめえやつだ。そんなに覚えづれえ名前でもねえだろ。
Sunglasses? Why sunglasses specifically?
どいつもこいつもヘラヘラしやがって。殺してやる。ここでてめえらを皆殺しにして、その足で俺を切り捨てやがった上の連中に俺。
うっさ
Okay.
いですわね。わめき散らさないとアドレナリンが分泌されないんですの。
Who are they and what do they have to do with the engine?
治安局に協力すればまだ点検の余地がある
Look,
かもしれない。
she's hopeful.
身の安全も保証してもらえる。上の連中って誰？
連携だと。いくら減らされようと、もう死刑は免れねえくらい。
Another backer.
だがもらい手ならもう
Okay.
見つけたんだ。今のでちった気分が良くなった。いくつか教えてやろう。連中はこの大会を利用して
A plan.
計画を企んでやがる。俺は連中の通信記録を山ほど
Selection. Okay, so that's why they wanted coal, right?
果たす役割は、そして連中の計画にとって最後のピースになるのがこの温動機だ。
The real. So whoever's after the post. Oh, they probably want to target whoever knows the truth about the alloy, right? That's probably what they wanted. And why they put that as a prize. So no, no, who knows about it, we'll go after it.
ごたごた言ってねえで。
Okay, let's kill him. Remember those last words of yours?
それがあんたの遺言なら言わない方がマシだったんじゃない？
なんか店長、ちょっと飲むうちに口が悪くなってねえか。
Okay, so actually fighting him now.
あの悪党とやんの？温動機はこっそり取っちゃえばよくない？
Oh, so this is kind of thing.
ここまで来ちゃったんだし、足も全力で戦え。
尻尾を巻いて逃げなかったことを後悔するぞ。大会で見させなくて。
Oh, and I was meant to counter him the whole time there. Whoops. Okay. They should stun? Jesus Christ, she builds stun so quickly, doesn't she? What's... Okay, he took me out of the sky. Okay. Didn't know he could do that. But sure. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. And there's the engine. Oh. Flashbang? Nope. Okay, so it was Rami who can like freeze everyone. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, that smell she has there. Hmm. Okay, so Rambo. Okay. For today's news, next up we have an incident with the Hollow Jumping competition. With the suspect Romeo now in custody, the unrest surrounding the competition has largely subsided. It is reported that some of the prizes remain missing, though the organizers have yet to disclose further details. Prime suspect Romeo, male, has been operating as a mercenary in the Outer Ring for years. He's facing multiple charges, including murder, theft, and stealing classified intel. Recently, the Hollow Athletics League held a press conference announcing the suspension of the competition. The event will be rescheduled at a later date, and organizers issued an apology to the public for the unrest that occurred during the competition. At the press conference, the spokesman addressed Rumble's allegations that his killing spree was ordered and condoned by Rusty Cliff Corp, dismissing the claim as slander lacking any supporting evidence. The spokesperson stated that Rusty Cliff Corp, as the event organizer, has always prioritized bringing people a competition that pushes limits while maintaining safety in the Hollows, and would never arrange any events that could endanger participants' lives. Rumble stole and hid the prize. Some are yet to be recovered, yet he used violent methods that caused casualties, and now, after getting arrested, he's attempting to spin the narrative to shift the public attention and weasel out of his crimes. The spokesperson stated that Rusty Cliff Corp will reorganize the tournament ASAP and run through background checks on all contestants to make sure nothing like this happens again. Furthermore, both Rusty Cliff Corp and the public sec have refused to disclose which prison Rommel is being held in. The reporter contacted several major prisons throughout the New Erdu, all of which stated they had no inmate named Romeo. And now for another news update.
あれだけ注目されていた大会にしては何とも言えない幕切れだったな。苦労してロームルを捕まえたにもかかわらず、例の温動機はどこかへ行ってしまうし、治安局で一晩缶詰にされて家に帰ってこれたと思えばこのニュース。やるせないことこの上なしだ。リン、治安局では聞けなかったけれど、あの時本当は何があったんだい？実は温動機をポケットに入れていたりは？
Pretty much exactly what we told them.
だいたいセベリアンさんに話した通りだよ。 ロームルをみんなが倒した時、確かに温動機が落ちたんだけど。
その説明でセベリアンさんが納得したのも。
I think he already had a suspect in mind.
多分もう容疑者の目星がついてるんだと思う。まあ私もだけどね。
Well, so we have to find Ramio then.
証拠はないよ。でもあの瞬間、隣にいたような気がするの。
Hmm.
そんな離れ技ができるなら、あのモノクロになったエーテリアスたちもまさか。
プロキシ君いる？
Y-
入るかね？
偉いじゃないかシーシア。ちゃんと玄関から入ってこれるようになったんだな。
当然っしょ。ホローから出たばっかで一晩中こき使われたんだし。
Okay, so she is actually just.
美味しい朝ごはんとふかふかのベッドを堪能する権利があ
Is
る
she
の。
actually crashing with us
そう
now?
そう、大魔王から君らに伝言。犯人はラミル。だけど
Ramio doesn't
ラミルなんてやつ
exist.
は存在しない。
何？
Huh?
要するに
Oh.
全部偽物だったってこと。名前、住所、
I guess that's not surprising.
証から何から何まで全部デタラメで、そんなやつを例によって足が合わなきゃいけないわけ。まあ今はどうでもいいんだけど、なんたってあーしてはオフだから。てかプロキシ君はどうな？
I'm great. All thanks to you, Cicia.
治安官シーシア様のおかげでね。目の力をほとんど使わなくて済んだこともあって、今はマジでいい感じだよ。治安官様って響き、やっぱたまんないな。
じゃあ朝ごはんを食べに行こう。ラミルのことを考えるのはまず満腹になってからでもいいだろう。
先生、なんでもいいけど卵マシマシでよろしく。
Cicia is still basking in the joy of having breakfast together when Y suddenly shoots you a look. While Cicia isn't paying attention, Wise leads you to a secluded corner of the house. Well, I know you're holding back because you don't want us to worry. Cicia shouldn't overhear us here. Tell me what's really going on, okay? Don't worry about me worrying. We both have the same implants, so I've got a pretty good idea of how you're dealing with what you're dealing with right now. But be honest with me. How many more times can you use your eyes, pathfinding, and consciousness link abilities? No more than 10 times. Wise goes quiet for a while, then he starts muttering to himself. His voice catching at first, but quickly shifting to contemplation. Whispers, Velina, no contact info, Mayor Mayflower, completely out of contact as of late. I shouldn't have disabled the HDD connection config. How long is it going to take to reestablish a stable connection? Gotta calculate this. Leave tracking down Ramio to me as long as I can find her before my eyes give out. The Wenjin can cure my symptoms. But are you certain you can do it by then? I know finding her and getting the Wenjin back is top priority right now, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna let my sister charge in and put herself at risk. If you establish partial connection with the HDD, we could co-op it. Huh, you mean? I'll record and transmit the data from the holo and you calculate the routes and transmit it back from the outsides. And with that, then I'd only need about half an hour to establish the connection with the HDD, and you would the need to use your eyes anymore. Freya and I could handle the route calculations instead. Well then, given the circumstances, this really is the most reasonable approach, but once we get that Wenjin back, I won't let you go into the proxy alone again, into the holo alone again. You're just gonna stay an armchair proxy for a long time, Belle, just like before. Alright, Wise. Okay, let's track down the suspicious lady who took our Wenjin as soon as possible. I'll get to work reestablishing the partial connection with the HDD, then have Ferry pull up everything we know on Ramio. Oh, I almost forgot about Cicia. Maybe we should bring her over and have breakfast right in front of the HDD. Meanwhile, somewhere nearby.
もしかしてベリナ、モルモンって得意の天才なのだ。
These two
言っ
again.
た通りになったのだ。
どうかしら。結果はその通りだけど、家庭の方は随分予想を外してしまったもん。
I was wondering when they'd show up again.
けれど、これで少なくともはっきりしたわ。彼女は
Ramio then. So also no Ramio.
来てしまっている。つまり、ロスカリファへと戻ってくる前に、
Ross Khalifa.
私たちはどんな代償を支払って
Wait,
でも
didn't they? Wasn't Ross Khalifa the freaking? Ross Khalifa is this island in the sky. Oh. So she's from Roscoe. Wait, that was Sunbringer's domain. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Okay, I was like wondering, like after we beat Romeo, I was wondering what is going to be the part B of this patch. I know like it's going to be to do with Romeo, but I wasn't too sure. Okay, but now I have an idea of like what the second part's going to be about. Okay. So I guess second part is going to be about Romeo, and then heading to this somehow us needing to go to the sky. Okay. Okay. Not too bad, I want to say. Let me think. Okay, I did kind of like 2.7. 2.7 is quite nice. It's very focused on proxies. It like brings like different factions that you already know, which Cunning has, and what's his name? Sons of Calidons, right? And I guess a bit of PubSec, mainly CCR. And also introduces a new faction with Norma and Valina, right? With the Marcel group expanding a bit more. And I guess also Ramio, but we don't know what faction she's affiliated with. We can assume she's affiliated with maybe Sunbringer, right? Because the Island in the Sky is Sunbringer's domain. Okay. Interesting. Not too bad, I want to say. It leaves you an intrigue. I want to say that this epilogue is more interesting than the Mockingbird epilogue, right? With Hugo and Vivian. Okay. I liked it. I think I liked it overall. Okay. Let me see. What time is it right now? It is gonna be 5 o'clock. What am I thinking? I'm probably thinking of finishing around 6 chats. I'm like today's stream is not gonna be too long. I guess what we can do is, since it's Sunday, we can hop onto, let's say, some of the weekly things. I guess we can do, well, one's easy. We can just go quickly do Hollow Zero. Okay, I guess before we do that, chat, let's give me like, I guess 1 or 2 minutes so I can go take a piss, and then we'll continue. Okay, be back, chat. Okay. Back. Let's see. Let me. You know what? Sure. Let's use this as background. Was obvious. Let me just make sure this is correct. Okay. It was just this one, right? Follow zero. Yeah, it's just this one. You know what? Actually, let me use let me use this team because I actually haven't really played with this team too much, and I guess OP. Um, I guess Vivian's probably better, right? Yeah, Vivian's probably better for this team because of the anomaly. Okay. I should also probably check how long exactly is the HSL story? Because knowing HSL story, that might be a long one. I'm assuming it's minimum like 5 hours long is what I'm thinking. And I'm probably right about that. Okay, yeah, just show the queen simple and understated. Oh, never mind. I got the answer that wrong. Don't even know what the question was pertaining to properly, but sure. Okay. Guys, look at the Jesus immediately sunned this fuck, didn't she? This has an immediate stun, which is kinda stupid by the way. Actually, let me do it like this. Guess we can just do this one. So let me think. Let me think of something, chat. I think we kind of already went over like what the plan for next week is, didn't we? But I'm like, I'm very curious. Like, am I? No, I'm pretty sure I'm like gonna enjoy Resident Evil 9, right? But I'm like thinking, how am I gonna? No. Like, I'm definitely gonna enjoy it. What am I thinking? I was gonna say like, am I really gonna enjoy it? No, I am. Like, Resident Evil is like one of those franchises where, if possible, like play all of them, right? Because I've like played more or less all of the mainline games. I won't say I've like played all of the side games because I haven't, right? Freaking Resident Evil has like so many side games, and some of them are like not the best. Because I'm pretty sure like a few of them are arcades. Because like for example, let's take this. Because for example, whatchamacallit? You know the Kruger story in Resident Evil 4, the Kruger Leon stuff? Technically that's all from the side game, right? And they only like added more context or some context to it to the remake was because otherwise like some people may not like get it, right? Because originally you only know a bit about it in the game. It doesn't really mention it too much. Jesus Christ. Didn't have to ult. Why does it seem like so stupidly strong, by the way? Just remove this. Sure, just look at that. Additional. That's supposed to if she triggers a bloom, and she will always trigger bloom. especially with the hard, unique team. Now the question is, how long until the team gets power crept? I'm like curious a bit about that. Surely won't be that soon, right? We use all-type breast pen. Okay. These two are pretty much the same, regardless of which you take. Sean. Oh, right, I was talking about. I was like thinking, what the hell was I talking about? I just remember I was talking about Resident Evil and the thing. Is a golden bamboo here? Oh, there is a golden bamboo. Okay, I guess just go straight into Aria. No sooner proc, but I guess it should be fine. Okay. Let's just take this one because it's the fastest. Actually, it's no. Technically, going for healing is faster. What kind of shiny and sparkly? That's what the queen likes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so the queen does refer to Astra. Okay. Oh, I guess that's true. Astra always wears like shiny stuff, doesn't she? Okay. Let's go fight whoever the goddamn boss is. Jesus Christ, the stun bot is like ridiculous. Okay. Jesus Christ. Definitely a lot of damage. Definitely a lot of damage. When stunning enemy horror core is okay, yep, we stunning enemy is good. Let's take that. Okay, that means like this run shouldn't take too long. I guess we're almost done with this too. Okay, we took left, just upright, yeah. Just take the whole lefts. Max HP, energy regen increased, sure. Wait, I'm thinking, do we need to do anything in Arknights? I don't think so, right? I'm pretty sure we're chilling in Enfield right now. Yeah, we are chilling in Enfield right now. There's nothing that's of a hurry. Okay, let's done with this. And now we bounce on them. Is it not there yet? Now it stands. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Since when does she has that like cutting? Okay. I guess the bad thing about this is that you need to like build up so you can do damage with her. Also, no gathering there. What's the kind of factor it's? Hmm. But I guess was fine. Hmm. This is the last boss, is it? It might be actually. It feels like there should be a bit more, or not. Hmm. I guess we'll see. Final battle. It says final battle, so maybe it is actually the last one. Oh, it is actually the last one. Okay. Hmm. They should stun home.
ドレスが汚れると言ってるのです。
Well, they should dodge it, the whole thing there. Yeah, she did, huh? Okay. Ah, crap, we have like no ults. We couldn't kill that, which is kind of annoying. Maybe we can kill with ult? Okay, it kind of works. Kinda. But it was enough too, so that works. That does work indeed. Cool. Okay, let's see. What time is it? It's 5. You know what? I did say we can probably go to 6, but actually, let's finish up just here. Slightly shorter than I really wanted, but I think it's fine for today. Because I mainly just wanted to finish the story, right? Besides, I need to prepare some stuff for tomorrow. Well, actually, not even tomorrow, for later on. Okay. Yeah, okay. So in that case, yeah, it's pretty much a very short stream today, chat, but yeah, we'll leave it at that for today. Tomorrow should be a normal stream. We'll see. We just rip off Dario of Rip for tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, so that'll be it for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys next time.